Ya Ali Madad, my dear friends. Welcome once again to the Esoteric Study Circle and Salgirah Mubarak to all my beloved Ismaili brothers and sisters. Today, we turn our hearts toward one of the most luminous moments in our spiritual life, the birthday of the Imam of our time, the Sālgirah of Maulana Shah Rahim al-Hussein Hazir Imam. But this reflection is not just about celebration, it's about recognition. It's about realizing that every Sālgirah is not only the remembrance of the Imam's birth in this world, but also an invitation for the birth of his light within our own souls. Every festival, every jashan, every smile on the Jamaat, these are outer forms of an inner truth. The real celebration happens when the sun of the Imam rises inside our heart, when his nur becomes our vision, our thought, our word, and our action. Today's deep dive is a journey into that mystery, the esoteric understanding of the Imam's birthday, where peace means luminous conversation, blessings means unending grace, and Sālgirah Mubarak means may your soul be filled with light. So take a deep breath, let your heart quiet down. And together, let us discover what it truly means to celebrate the birth of the Imam, the birth of light itself. Before we begin, thank you for supporting and subscribing to the Esoteric Study Circle channel. Your love and encouragement make every moment of shared wisdom possible. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and click the bell icon to join our growing movement of spreading love, positivity, wisdom, and light across the world.
That's a beautiful way to frame it. You know, it really gets to the heart of this paradox we're exploring today. We see all the joy, the festivities, the decorations and music.
The social side, the community coming together.
Exactly. But the real weight, the true significance, lies in that hidden dimension. The Nurani birth, the luminous awakening of the Imam's light within the soul.
Right. So it's less about just remembering a historical date and more about inviting a spiritual reality into the present moment.
Yeah.
Inside ourselves.
Precisely. And this ties directly into the idea of the spiritual covenant, doesn't it? This deep personal connection.
It does. And there's that moving paradox you often hear. We all love our Imam, but the Imam loves us far more than we can comprehend. That level of love.
It underpins everything. It's the foundation of that covenant, of guidance, of light. It's a constant offering.
And we see this reflected in the Imam's own words and actions over time, like Maulana Shah Karim al-Hussaini in Karachi back in '64.
Oh, yeah.
He explicitly said his aim, his ambition since taking on the Imamate in 1957, was always to help and guide his spiritual children, both spiritually and materially.
That's such a powerful statement of commitment, isn't it? It shows that guidance isn't just abstract, it's active, continuous. And the Sālgirah then becomes this moment, this opportunity each year to consciously reaffirm our side of that covenant, to step back into that flow of love and light.
Like plugging back into the source.
In a way, yes. Because the birth, the manifestation of a perfect guide, like a prophet or the Imam, is intrinsically linked to bringing salam, peace, into the world. And crucially, into the individual soul.
That's a perfect segue into the Quranic foundation you mentioned, Surah Maryam 19.33. Prophet Jesus' words, "Peace be upon me the day I was born, the day I die, and the day I shall be raised up to life again."
Yes, that's the key verse. But if you just read it literally...
It sounds like peace is confined to just those 3 specific moments in time, 3 days, which feels, incomplete.
It does. And our tradition teaches that such a literal reading really misses the Qur'an's depth. Every verse has its outer shell, its sahir, but also its inner kernel, its batin. The literal meaning is like the doorway to the esoteric truth.
Okay, so we need to unlock that door. What does salam, peace, mean in this deeper esoteric sense? It can't just be about avoiding conflict or feeling calm, can it?
No, it's much more dynamic.
Yeah.
Esoterically, salam has several layers. First, think of it as luminous spiritual conversation. A kind of dialogue starting up between the higher, divine part of your soul and the lower, everyday self.
Interesting, like an inner alignment starting.
Exactly. Second, it means divine help and protection. It's like a nurturing energy that strengthens your intellect, your knowledge, and your soul. It guides and shields you.
Okay. And the third layer?
The third is perhaps the most profound, knowledge of secrets, asrar, and recognition, marifat. This is the illumination itself, the understanding that brings true, deep inner peace because you start to recognize spiritual reality.
Wow. So if that's what salam means, then peace be upon me the day I was born completely changes.
It transforms, doesn't it? It becomes the day that inner luminous conversation began within me. The day my soul first truly awakened to the light of divine secrets and recognition.
That's not a one-off event. That sounds like the start of an ongoing process, a spiritual birth.
Entirely. It's an internal luminous event. And if we apply this understanding to the whole verse, Those 3 days, birth, death, resurrection, they actually map out the entire journey of the soul's perfection.
The mystical path.
Yes, the path the perfect soul completes, and the path we, as followers, are invited to walk. It extends beyond our concept of linear time.
Let's break that down. Stage 1, the day I was born. That's the initial spark, right? The first kindling of the Imam's light in the soul.
Correct. The beginning of that inner salam, that awakening. Then comes the second stage, which is often the most challenging. The day I die.
And this isn't physical death. This is the mystical concept.
Yeah.
Mutu kabla an tamutu. Die before you die.
Precisely. It's about the death of the ego, the lower self. It requires real effort, purification, self-discipline, constant remembrance, zikr. It's about actively choosing to let the ego dissolve so the soul can reflect the light purely.
Like polishing a mirror, getting rid of the grime.
That's a classic analogy, yes. And once that polishing, that purification happens, you're ready for the third stage. The day I shall be raised again.
Spiritual resurrection.
Yes.
Yeah.
The awakening into eternal life, living constantly in that state of divine knowledge, recognition, and light, realizing that unity within. So when we celebrate Sālgirah, we're actually celebrating the continuous manifestation of the Nur of Imamat, that perpetual birth of divine light working through all these stages in the present moment.
That makes so much sense why the focus is always on the Imam of the time. It's not about history. It's about the living light, the active guidance available now.
Absolutely. The Nur Imamat, the light of the Imam, isn't just a historical relic. It's connected to the very light of creation itself. Its blessings are cosmic, always flowing, always present through the living Imam. That's why the celebration moves with the Nur.
So thinking about the greeting we share, Sālgirah Mubarak, it takes on a much deeper meaning then.
It really does. It stops being just happy birthday and becomes a profound prayer. It's like saying, may you truly receive the blessings of the Imam's light. May you be blessed by the Nur.
That's beautiful. How can we, help ourselves receive that blessing? There's that analogy of the sun.
Ah, yes, the Imam as the sun of the world of religion. It's a powerful image. The sun shines everywhere without discrimination.
But the analogy continues, doesn't it? The sun shines on stone and soil alike.
But only the fertile soil actually produces vegetation. The light, the Nur, is universally available. It reaches everyone, but its effect depends entirely on the state of the receiver, on the receptivity of our heart.
So we need to be fertile soil, not hard stone. A clean mirror, not a dusty one.
Exactly. And when that happens, you get transformations like Pir Nasiri Khusraw described. He said something like, when the light of the Imam shone on my existence, I was a dark night and became an illuminated day. That's the inner Salgirah.
The darkness within turning into light. It's a very personal internal shift. So how can you, the listener, know if that shift is happening? How do we recognize the signs that this inner birth, the Imam's Nur, is actually rising within us?
That's the crucial question, isn't it? We can look for practical signs, indicators that the soil is becoming fertile. Let's think about inner devotion first. A key sign is increased concentration in prayer.
Finding it easier to quiet the mental chatter.
Yes, feeling like you have more control over those inner whisperings, those distractions. It suggests the higher voice, the angelic inspiration, is getting stronger than the ego's noise.
What about the emotional response?
That leads to the second sign, ease in Giriya Uzari. That melting of the heart when tears of love, of yearning, flow more naturally during remembrance or prayer. It shows the heart is softening, the ego is yielding.
That sounds connected to the dying before death stage we talked about.
Very much so. It's a sign of purification. And then there's humility and prostration. You know the Quranic verse, prostrate and draw near, 96-point Sanktan. When the Nur rises, that physical act of prostration becomes genuinely meaningful. It feels less like a ritual and more like an actual inward drawing near, a surrender of the self to the divine light represented by the Imam.
So those are signs in our personal inner worship. What about how it shows up in the world, in our actions? Service, khidmat, is so central.
It has to manifest outwardly. So a major sign is finding joy in selfless service. Where doing khidmat genuinely energizes you and feels like it radiates light, both for you and the person you're serving, that's the Nur flowing through you.
And beyond specific acts of service, just general conduct.
Yes, a noticeable transformation of thoughts and habits.
Yeah.
Where you're becoming more mindful of your speech, or your actions more aligned with ethical principles, or negative emotions losing their grip. That refinement process is a clear sign.
You mentioned negative emotions. What about forgiveness? That seems like a big one, especially in community life. Holding grudges. Does that block the light?
Oh, absolutely. Think of it like plaque in an artery. Resentment, holding on to. hurts, it's a spiritual disease. It directly blocks the flow of Islam, that inner peace and luminous conversation. Unity, peace, and forgiveness are essential signs of the light's presence.
I remember Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah's guidance on this.
Yes, his famous warning against the cycle of retaliation. He hurt me yesterday, I will hurt him tomorrow.
Yeah.
He urged us to break that cycle. Letting go, forgiving quickly, even when it's hard, is crucial for keeping the channel open to the nur. Guru can actually help dissolve some of that negativity too.
It seems all these signs point towards developing an inner awareness, a constant sense of connection, realizing the Imam is truly an ever-present companion. That requires what the tradition calls didar, right? Inner vision.
Precisely. The Quran itself points to this, urging inner remembrance. Remember your Lord within yourself, humbly and fearfully, without loud words, morning and evening. 7.205. The goal of that constant, quiet remembrance is ultimately didar, that sacred inner vision or intimate knowing of the divine presence reflected through the Imam.
And there's that stark warning, too, isn't there, about being blind in this life?
Yes, Surah Al-Isra, 17.72. Whoever is blind in this world will be blind in the hereafter. It refers to spiritual blindness, the inability to perceive the inner reality. So developing that inner sight is paramount.
Thankfully, we have these incredible assurances from the Imams themselves about their presence. Maulana Shah Karima Hussain's Farman from London in 1994, that's always stayed with me.
It's profoundly comforting. Remember, whatever the moment the Imam is by you, he is always with you. Whether I'm physically present or not, that makes no difference. I'm always with you wherever you are.
That's incredibly reassuring.
It is. And Maulana Shah Karima Hussaini echoed that sense of constant presence in Lisbon recently, didn't he? Telling the Jemaat, feel your Imam's presence. He is with you now and forevermore. That feeling, that conviction, is a form of didar. It's knowing the Imam is the ever-present mirror reflecting divine closeness.
So if the Imam is always present, and the real Sālgirah celebration is this inner birth of light, then what's the best gift we can actually offer the Imam? It clearly isn't something material.
No, not at all. Maulana Shah Karim was very direct about this in Dhaka, also back in 1964. He said the one happiness the Jamaat can give him is unity, regularity in Jamaati work, and living in the best tradition.
Unity, consistent service, and upholding our ethical and intellectual heritage.
Exactly. Our collective conduct, our harmony, our commitment to service and knowledge, that's a reflection of his light. That's the gift that truly matters.
It even reframes things like the tradition of Mamani. It's not just hosting physically.
It's inviting the Imam as the honored guest, the Mehman, into your heart. But you have to prepare that inner space first, right? With purity, humility, readiness to receive, just as Pir Sadruddin teach us.
Preparing the inner guest house.
Beautifully put. You know, a final analogy might be helpful. Think of the Imam's nur like electricity.
Okay.
It's unseen, pervasive, always there in the grid. But how it manifests depends on the appliance you plug in. In one soul, it might manifest as knowledge and wisdom. In another, as compassion and service. In a third, as creativity or strength. The manifestations differ.
But the source, the power, is one and the same.
Precisely. The Sālgirah reminds us that the source is constant, the nur is perpetual. The real celebration isn't just marking an anniversary. It's about that inner connection, that potential for spiritual resurrection, for eternity to our hearts. It's our chance to realign our own small orbit with the Imam's immense, steady radiance.
As we bring this reflection to a close, remember this. The Imam's light never stops shining. It is constant, radiant, eternal. What changes is the direction of our hearts. When our hearts turn toward him, there is day. When they turn away, there is night. The Sālgirah of the Imam is the sunrise of the soul, an opportunity to awaken, to forgive, to love, to serve, and to let the divine light be born within us once more. Every act of kindness, every moment of remembrance, every tear-shedding yearning is a spark of that same light that first dawned upon creation. So as you step back into your day, carry this prayer in your heart. O Malala, let the sun of your nur rise within me. Let your light shape my thoughts, purify my words, and guide my every step toward peace, wisdom, and unity. May this Sālgirah Mubarak be not just a festival, but a transformation. May this be the moment when the light of the Imam awakens within you again, renewing your heart and spirit. Ya Ali Madad and Sālgirah Mubarak.